My beloved brothers and sisters, every day we see it and feel it. Someone, somewhere, is controlling our lives, our decisions, our choices. Even our own emotions seem to be in someone else's hands. But did you know that your true freedom has always been within you? Your value, your faith, and your inner strength. These are the very things that can break any control over your life. If you've been living under someone else's expectations, criticisms, or manipulations, then this video could change your life. Today, I'm going to show you how to reclaim your freedom, understand your true worth, and take control of your life like never before. This is not just a reminder, it's a wake-up call. It's time for you to recognize the strength that has always been inside you, waiting to be awakened. Every woman must first understand the immense value and worth that Allah has placed within her. Too often we live in a world that tries to define us through the eyes of others. Society, peers, social media, even family sometimes. But the truth is, our worth is not determined by what others say or think about us. You are a creation of Allah. And that alone gives you an honor that no one can take away. From the moment you came into this world, Allah has gifted you with unique abilities, with a mind capable of reflection, a heart capable of love, and a soul capable of reaching the highest spiritual heights. To forget this, to underestimate yourself, or to allow someone else to dictate your value is to ignore the purpose for which Allah has created you. Many women feel pressured to conform to the expectations of others, whether it is to look a certain way, act a certain way, or even live according to someone else's rules. And while guidance and advice from loved ones can be good, when it crosses the line into control, it becomes harmful. Allah has placed within you the strength to make choices, the intelligence to think critically, and the heart to know what is right and wrong. You were not created to be subservient to the whims of others. Your dignity is not up for debate, and your identity is not something that should be borrowed from anyone else. Recognizing your worth also means understanding that you are not defined by your past mistakes, by your fears, or by the criticisms of others. Every person has flaws, and every person makes errors, but these do not lessen the value that Allah has placed within you. When you internalize this truth, you begin to walk with confidence, with a strength that does not rely on validation from the outside. Confidence does not mean arrogance. It means understanding who you are, what Allah has gifted you, and that you have a right to live with dignity, respect, and freedom from oppression. Many women silently allow themselves to be controlled because they fear confrontation, they fear rejection, or they fear loneliness. But remember this, the love and mercy of Allah are always closer to you than the approval of any human being. When you seek validation from people instead of Allah, you risk losing sight of your true self. But when you connect with Allah, you realize that you do not need to shrink yourself to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be. You are enough exactly as Allah created you. Your voice, your dreams, your ambitions, they are yours to nurture and protect. Understanding your worth is also about recognizing the impact you have on the world. Your actions, your words, and your decisions ripple outward in ways you cannot always see. When you allow yourself to be controlled, you diminish the positive impact you were meant to have. But when you embrace your value, when you walk in your purpose, you inspire others, you protect your family, and you become a source of goodness and light in society. Allah has placed within every woman the ability to make a difference, but it begins with believing in the honor and dignity that He has given you. So do not let anyone diminish you, do not let anyone manipulate you, or make you feel inferior. Your worth is not negotiable. Stand firm in your identity, hold your head high, and remind yourself daily that Allah created you with purpose and with honor. When you understand this, control from others loses its power over you. You begin to act from a place of strength, faith, and self-respect. And this is not just a gift to yourself, it is a gift to the world. The confident, empowered, and faithful woman uplifts everyone around her, and her light cannot be dimmed by the control or judgment of anyone else. You are precious, you are honored, you are strong. Recognize your worth. For this recognition is the first step to living a life of freedom, dignity, and true happiness. Every woman must understand that setting boundaries is not an act of selfishness, it is an act of self-respect. In a world where people often try to take advantage of your kindness, your patience, and your compassion, boundaries are your protection. They are the invisible walls that preserve your dignity, your peace, and your faith. Many women struggle with saying no because they fear hurting others, because they fear rejection, or because they feel obligated to meet the expectations of everyone around them. But the truth is, when you fail to set boundaries, you allow yourself to be controlled. You hand over the keys to your happiness and your well-being to someone else, and that is never the path Allah wants for you. Allah has placed within you the ability to recognize right from wrong, the courage to stand firm, and the wisdom to protect yourself. Boundaries begin with small, intentional choices, learning to say no when something makes you uncomfortable, refusing to tolerate disrespect, and understanding that your time, energy, and heart are precious gifts that should not be wasted on those who do not value them. Saying no does not make you harsh or unkind, it makes you strong and conscious of your own worth. When you protect your heart, you allow it to flourish in an environment that honors and respects you rather than in one that diminishes or controls you. Many women fall into the trap of thinking that setting boundaries is a rejection of love, support, or care. But the opposite is true. Boundaries are a form of love for yourself and for others. When you set limits, you teach others how to treat you. You show them that your faith, your values, and your well-being matter. You are sending a clear message that you will not compromise your dignity or your principles for the comfort or desires of someone else. And this is not just about physical boundaries. Emotional and spiritual boundaries are equally important. You must protect your heart from toxic relationships, negative influences, and manipulative behaviors. You must guard your mind from harmful thoughts and your faith from anything that could weaken your connection with Allah. It's also essential to understand that setting boundaries requires courage. People may not always like it when you stand firm. Some may criticize, question, or even try to manipulate you into changing your mind. But remember, the approval of people is fleeting and unreliable. What truly matters is pleasing Allah and protecting the sanctity of your own soul. Every time you choose to stand firm, to say no when it is necessary, you strengthen your character and your independence. You are teaching yourself and the world that your life is yours to lead and your heart is yours to protect. Boundaries also create freedom. Many women feel trapped in relationships, workplaces, or even within their own families because they have allowed others to dictate how they should live. But when you establish clear limits, you reclaim your freedom. You regain control over your decisions, your time, and your energy. This does not mean cutting people off or abandoning responsibilities. It means approaching life with intention and refusing to let anyone manipulate or dominate your choices. Freedom comes when your actions are guided by your values, your faith, and your self-respect, rather than by fear, obligation, or the need for approval. Setting boundaries is also a reflection of faith. Allah has given you a mind, a heart, and a spirit that deserve protection. By creating limits, you honor the gifts that Allah has entrusted to you. You show gratitude for your ability to make wise decisions, for your strength to resist pressure, and for the courage to live with integrity. When boundaries are in place, you become a woman who commands respect naturally, not through aggression or force, but through clarity, dignity, and self-awareness. So embrace boundaries as a tool of empowerment. Do not fear saying no, do not feel guilty for protecting your heart, and do not allow anyone to diminish your peace or control your life. Boundaries are not walls meant to isolate you. They are the foundations on which a life of respect, faith, and true happiness is built. Every time you protect yourself, you honor the value that Allah has placed within you, and you send a powerful message to the world. You will not be controlled, You will not be diminished, and you will walk your path with strength, wisdom, and dignity. Every woman must understand that true independence comes from knowledge and faith. Independence is not simply about financial freedom or making decisions on your own. It is about having the inner strength to live a life guided by principles, wisdom, and a clear sense of purpose. Too often, women feel trapped by the opinions, expectations, or control of others because they lack confidence in their own abilities or clarity about their path. But when you arm yourself with knowledge and strengthen your connection with Allah, you gain a power that no one can take away, a freedom that is lasting and unshakable. Knowledge is a key to independence. When you educate yourself, when you seek understanding of the world, your faith, and your own potential, you no longer depend on others to tell you what is right or wrong. Knowledge opens your mind and expands your vision. It allows you to make informed decisions, avoid traps set by manipulation, and navigate life with confidence. Allah has encouraged His creation to seek knowledge, to reflect, and to understand, because knowledge illuminates the heart and strengthens the soul. When a woman is knowledgeable, she commands respect, not because she asserts dominance, but because she embodies wisdom, clarity, and self-awareness. Faith is equally essential to independence. A woman rooted in faith is anchored in a source of guidance that never fails. She does not rely solely on human approval or validation because she seeks the pleasure of Allah. Her decisions, her actions, and her boundaries are aligned with her beliefs, and this alignment frees her from the control of anyone who does not have her best interest at heart. Faith provides a shield against manipulation, a compass in moments of confusion, and a source of strength when life becomes challenging. A heart connected to Allah is fearless, resilient, and unwavering in the face of pressure. Independence through knowledge and faith also empowers a woman to make choices with confidence. She can recognize opportunities for growth and avoid situations that may harm her spiritually, emotionally, or socially. She understands that her time, energy, and resources are valuable, and she invests them in ways that benefit her, her family, and her community. This kind of independence is liberating because it allows her to live intentionally rather than reactively, to lead rather than be led, and to rise above manipulation or control. Many women underestimate the power of combining knowledge and faith. They may pursue one without the other, but true independence is found in their union. Knowledge without faith may lead to arrogance or uncertainty, while faith without knowledge may leave one vulnerable to exploitation or confusion. When a woman cultivates both, she becomes a force of positive influence, able to protect herself, guide others, and navigate life with clarity and confidence. She becomes someone who does not simply survive under the control of others, but thrives with purpose and dignity. This independence is not only personal, it is transformative for society. A woman who is knowledgeable, confident, and rooted in faith uplifts those around her. She sets an example for her children, her peers, and her community. She teaches others that strength does not come from controlling others, but from self-mastery, wisdom, and spiritual alignment. Her independence radiates, inspiring respect and admiration naturally, without needing to assert dominance or seek validation from the world. Seeking independence through knowledge and faith also means taking responsibility for your own growth. It means investing time in learning, reflecting, and deepening your understanding of yourself and your Creator. It means surrounding yourself with positive influences, avoiding toxic situations, and always striving to be better, wiser, and stronger. Independence is cultivated over time, with intention, patience, and perseverance. Every small step you take towards learning something new, strengthening your faith, or practicing self-reflection brings you closer to a life free from control and full of empowerment. So, embrace knowledge and nurture your faith. Let them be the tools that liberate you from fear, doubt, and manipulation. Stand firm in your understanding of who you are and what Allah has gifted you. When knowledge and faith guide your life, you become untouchable by control, unshakable in your decisions, and unstoppable in your pursuit of a meaningful, dignified, and empowered life. Independence is not a luxury, it is your right, and it begins with a conscious effort to grow in wisdom, strength, and connection with Allah.